Hello again and welcome to Elisabeth Hogarth Designs. It is day 19 of my Christmas card making, and today I have invited another crafting friend, Leslie Kilby, to show you one of her fantastic makes. Please do subscribe to her channel and give her your support.
Hi everyone, it's Leslie here from elegantedges.co.uk, and I'm here today invited by Elisabeth Hogarth Designs to collaborate with her in her card-a-day for November, Christmas card-a-day. So my favourite card at the moment is what I'm calling a box card. Now this is not a new design, but it happens to be my favourite card at the moment. So as you can see, it's got a normal looking front, but lots of fancy folding going on. And let me prop it up so you can see it. Looks lovely when you stand it, and it's got this super dimension, stands really well, and I'm calling it a box fold because that's how it looks at the back, very boxy. So that's one. So that little short stubby one, it's for our US friends. This is the one for the UK and European sizes, exactly the same style, slightly different dimensions, and you can see I've embossed this one, and today I'm using products from my StampinUp store. Stamped, embossed, designer series paper. Again, stands up with this lovely boxy shape at the back, really stands easily, mantelpiece appeal. Let's show you how to make the card. Okay, so we have three pieces. So we're going to start with the main piece at the back. This piece here is 5 3/4 times 4 1/8, which is approximately a quarter of an A4 piece of card. Okay, 5 3/4 times 4 1/8. I'm just going to put that to one side at the moment. Then we have our main folded piece. That's 5 3/4 times 8 inches. And we're going to score that at 1 1/2, 2 3/4, turn it round and repeat 1 1/2, 2 3/4. And when you fold that, you get a gatefold card, meets in the middle. Okay, so that's our sort of mechanism bit for the card. And then our front, we have a sort of top to bottom topper, 5 3/4 times 3 1/2. Okay, so they're going to go together. So I'm going to start with the back. So here's my back piece. And at the sides, I'm going to have two pieces of embossed card, and I'm using this lovely sort of sage coloured spruce card here. And I'm going to start by sticking that each side, leaving a nice even border, top, bottom, and down the side, each side of the card. I love this. This is a new embossing folder for me, and I'm really loving it. It's quite delicate, but used in small strips like this, it's absolutely perfect. So we've got those are our sides. Now we're going to put our main mechanism piece, and we're going to actually pop that in the middle. So it doesn't matter if it goes over the edge of those green ones. In fact, if it covers up the edge, that's even better. So we're going to glue it down like that so that it fits especially well along the bottom, because that's how it's going to stand. The top really wouldn't show if you were a fraction out. I'm using wet glue because I've got a tiny bit of wiggle room, just in case I need it. And I'm not going too near the edges in case it squeezes out. Okay, so I'm holding that together, trying to centre it side to side. Level at the bottom, straight at the top. I'm just going to check that split and just press that down. Whoops, don't know my own strength. There. And because it's wet glue, even though I've got a little bit of wiggle room, it grabs quite quickly. Okay, that's the next bit. Now we're going to pop in some papers. So my next bit is one of these flaps here, and I've got the same card with the same colour, same embossed pattern. You can tell I'm loving that, can't you? It's lovely shaded spruce. One thing I like about Stampin' Up, I've really come to appreciate, is when you get new papers, they actually tell you which colour plain card goes with it perfectly. Everything is designed to match, so you don't even have to think about it. So that's that side. Now this one I'm going to leave absolutely empty, okay, because I'm going to stick on top. So inside I've got some lovely designer bit paper with sort of, we used to call these snowberries when I was little. I think you can have this paper either way up. It's just which way I like it. Could go that way. Yeah, I think I quite like them hanging down, the berries, but they do go up and down. Ooh, that way. You can see it's double-sided, and this one on the back is not Christmassy at all. Let's get it in line, top and bottom. There. You see it's exactly the same green. So easy to do. And this card is going together really quickly when I don't miss the glue anyway. The other side over here. Good thing about this glue is it dries clear. Ooh, squeeze it down, that's better. A bit more. Okay. So inside I've stamped myself a little sentiment that comes from one of the 3 stamp kits. I've got Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So there are 2 that are all Christmassy, but there's some really nice sentiments. These are some of the dies, and then there's the Every Occasion one that you can have. So I stuck to Christmas because that's what we're all making at the moment, and it is a Christmas event for Elisabeth. So gluey fingers not really required. Pop that in the middle. There we go. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. So far, so good. Okay, so now we're going to work on the top section. So I'm just going to put this aside for one moment. So there is our big top section. And on there, I've got some designer series paper, which is actually the same as I've used on the inside. And I've taken inspiration from several other demos and coloured the berries red. I thought that was a really festive thing. I love Christmas, red, green, gold. I think that's my favourite combination. And you can see I've just used alcohol markers. My stamping blends are the same shade exactly, real red, but alcohol markers of your colour choice would work exactly. All I'd say is don't go quite to the edge of the berries. Let the colour bleed towards the edge, because it's not meant to be coloured, it's just designer paper. But, you know, it works really well. So there's my topper. Okay, that's my front piece. So I'm going to stick that onto here before I actually finish the decoration. So I almost went wrong before and put glue everywhere. I only need it on this piece without the embossed area. So I'm going to hold it into the centre, hold it together, and then get this topper in the middle, level with the bottom. Oh, I'll do my best. Try and get those sides level. I might have to have a little wiggle. There we are, not bad at all. The main thing is the bottom is level because that's how it's going to stand up. little press. Yup, works. So now we're just going to decorate. So how to decorate, I've cut a frame from my new dies, from these new fitting florets dies. I've cut this centre frame, and that cuts out a piece in the middle at the same time, so you get a frame and then this piece. I did the same in white, so this is a spare piece from a white one that I've stamped using the stamp sets, so I'm going to pop those down. Now it would look nice popped up on foam pads, sort of dimensional foam pads. I'm not going to, because it's quite thick already and I don't really want to. Do I want to make it any thicker? No, I don't think I do. So I'm going to pop my frame down flat, which is unusual for me because I'm usually pop things up on foam pads, but there we are, sort of pretty central. Then this, would that look nice on foam pads? It could go either way. Obviously if you were handing it to somebody, you could go mad, couldn't you, and put foam pads everywhere. So this should fit exactly, because it's the same die that's just been run through with different colours. And then on here I've stamped and embossed this with gold embossing powder. So on there I'm going to finish that with a gold bow to match the gold embossing powder. Now these are some lovely delicate little shapes. These ones here is lovely spray, so I'm going to try and just arrange that here on the edge. Need to kind of miss the words. As long as I don't go over the very edge of the card, that's fine. So maybe that sort of way. I've got another gold leaf that I'm going to pop the other side. So let me put this gold one down first in my hand. I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just down the centre, really. Just trying to, that's it. Have enough contact to stick it, but enough just so that those little branches stand up. And I'm going to put the bow at an angle, I think. Here we are, I've got some glue dots here. Pop a glue dot on the back. Super sticky. Must have had them too close to the radiator. Just have that at a little bit of an angle. This one I'm going to put under there, just showing the leaf. And now we've got a little bit of empty space. And I have just the thing to fill that empty space. These lovely first outing, look at this. So lovely when you use something for the first time, isn't it? So these are called gold swirls, and as you can, well, I hope you can see, they're not just gold dots. Each one is sort of fairly flat, but has this lovely swirly design on it. They come with their own glue dot attached. Now, how can we get this in our famous triangle on here? No, might not be the best. Best triangle. We need one there. We'll have one over here. one here. There we go. So there is our box card with the lovely fitting florets dies and the framed florets paper and stamps. Got this lovely wintry embossing folder, all embossed. Stands really well. A little bit excessive glue, I'll just use a rubber on that and erase that one. So lots of lovely dimension, lovely stamps, lovely papers. So I hope you like that card. If you like what you've seen and you want to buy anything, pop along and see me in my shop. Okay, thank you. Bye.